Hey guys, it's me Gina. Welcome back into my kitchen. But in case this is the first time you're stopping by, I am a wife and mother from the Midwest, and I like to film videos of the recipes that I cook my family for dinner and post them here on YouTube. You guys will have to excuse my voice. I'm so sorry. I've been so sick, but I don't make this dish that often because it's one of my favorites, but it's not one of my husband's favorites because it's super veggie loaded and there's no meat. So I thought I would, despite my voice, jump on and film it for you. This recipe is for a Oaxacan street food dish, which is called a tlayuda, and that's spelled Tlyuda. So it's kind of like an open face Mexican pizza, if you will. But like use the term pizza loosely. It's nothing to do with like American pizza or Italian pizza. So without further ado, we will jump right into our ingredients. For our topping of the tostada, because this is a tostada that is like piled up with the layers of the ingredients, we're going to be making a really fresh, almost like a coleslaw type, like in a vinaigrette dealy. So essentially we're going to be needing some radishes, a jalapeno, some English cucumber, some shredded carrot, some shredded cabbage. We're going to be using some green onions, some cilantro. What happened? Huh? You bite your tongue? Okay, I'll handle it in a minute. Give me 1 second. Anyways, some cilantro, some green onion, some lime juice, and then a little bit of olive oil to dress it. And then we're going to be serving it with some fresh avocado and some cotija cheese. And what I don't have pictured here is the tostadas. I should have put those out. And then lastly, we're going to be making some refried beans. So these are just a batch of my Instant Pot frijoles de la olla, which I'm going to go ahead and fry up. I will post a link to this video at the end of this video. And I guess without further ado, go ahead and give me a moment. I'm going to get all of our prep set up. Okay, so this recipe is so simple and no fuss that it's basically a no-cook recipe. So just get out your food processor, chop your cabbage in half. We're going to be using half of a cabbage. And go ahead and put your shredding, or excuse me, the slicing attachment onto your food processor. I put the wrong one first, so I did like a quarter of it like grated and half of it shredded. It was still really good. So in any case, go ahead and shred your cabbage. And then we're going to want to pick through it because sometimes there's like huge chunks that are left by the slicing blade. And ain't nobody trying to have a huge chunk of cabbage on their tlayuda. So take that shit out. Alright. Everything looks nicely sorted through. Now we're just going to run through our remaining veggies, which we're going to need our grating attachment. So first we're going to take our radishes after rinsing them off and chop the root end off and the tip, and go ahead and just pop them in the shredder and grind them through. Add that to our bowl. And then I'm using my hands to mix it up. This is really difficult to mix. Like, I didn't have a large enough bowl, so if you are going to be using a spoon or some forks to mix it, make sure to put it in a nice big bowl, or else you're going to end up with shredded cabbage all over your floor, and that is not a fun thing to clean up. Go ahead and I'm using actually 5 carrots today, but it just really depends on the size. I would say it's probably a cup and a half of shredded carrots if you're using the pre-shredded carrots from the grocery store, but I'm using 5 today, so I'm going ahead and I'm peeling them, removing both ends from it, and then I just chop them in half and then toss them in our food processor because it is doing 90% of the work for us. Go ahead and add that to the party. As you can see, I'm like gonna mix a little bit as we go along, just because there's so many different ingredients that are gonna get incorporated that it's a little bit easier if they get mixed as you go. Clean up your working area. Next thing we're going to be doing is slicing our cucumber. So you don't have to peel it, you can if you like, but I think the dark green adds a nice contrast to the coleslaw mix. Go ahead and use a spoon and then take the seeds out, and then we're going to be slicing these into little moon shapes. I always like to go ahead and make sure that when I'm doing thin slices and I'm running the knife down the body of the vegetable quickly, I like to make sure that they're separated. Like, I can't stand when you have like a strip of red pepper or green pepper that you've chopped and it's like all the little squares from dicing it are stuck together by the skin. So I don't know, you don't have to check it, but I do. We're almost to the end here now, so we're going to go ahead and take our jalapeno, and I'm removing the seeds and ribs from half of it, and that gives it a nice amount of spice for our family. If you like it really spicy, you can just leave them all in there, or you could skip the jalapeno entirely. It's totally up to you. So just a nice fine dice on that jalapeno. We got some fresh cilantro here. I go ahead and I wash it, and I always roll it into like a joint. Go ahead and chop that up. Add that to, and that was about half of a bunch of cilantro of the Aldi sizes. I don't know if you guys know what Aldi's is. I think it's everywhere. And then we have some green onions or scallions here. Just peel off any dead ones and then cut some of the ends off and then slice it on a bias. It makes it look much prettier. Trust me, the little extra effort of the slant of the knife. Go ahead and add that to the bowl. And we are almost done. It's time to start dressing our salad. First, you're going to need 2 limes, and we are going to zest one of them. Zesting with the microplane, removing the outer layer of the skin, which is what contains the essential oils. Excuse me, we zested both. And then juice both of those limes into your salad. We're adding salt and pepper, and then mixing it up. Make sure everything is nicely incorporated. I think I must have added the olive oil and you just couldn't see it, maybe because of the time lapse. So in any case, add a nice drizzle of olive oil to it. Go ahead and taste it, see if it needs a little bit more lime. I ended up popping another lime in there. And at this point you could add any extra salt or pepper if needed. You can also add dry seasonings like chipotle or cumin to this. That's really delicious, and it's better the longer it sits in the fridge. So that's that for our salad. Alright guys, so this is our finished, I guess you'd call it a salad. So it's been in the fridge for a while because my husband was working late. So it's actually better that way because the cabbage has a chance to break down a little bit and everything marinates together. I also did a quick pickled red onion, which is basically just like some sugar, salt, vinegar, and water. And then I've got our refried beans here and some avocado and then the cotija cheese. And I will be back showing you what it looks like when we build it all up. First thing you're going to do is take your beans and put it on top of your tostada.
You can buy the tostada and beans.
Next thing you do is you put a little plop of the salad on top.
Be careful there.
Top that off with some pickled onions. Throw on some sliced avocado, and then we're just going to top it off with a little bit of cotija cheese. And that's that, people. We're going to go ahead and take a couple of pictures of this so I can have a thumbnail, and I will be back with a taste test from my husband.
Really good.
All right.
As always.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching my video. Again, I'm so sorry for my voice, but we are 3 sick girls in this household. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more great videos like this. I will post a couple of videos, including the one for the Instant Pot frijoles de la olla, so you guys can check out how I made the beans. And thanks for stopping by. Have a great night.